Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. I figured to review yet another Western film. Yes, of course, it's gonna be one of these old movies from long ago, a blast from the past. Here we are, folks. Oh, definitely. And yes, it's gonna be something that hardly anyone would talk about, hardly anyone would know about, but that's fine by me. I like to talk about this old stuff anyway. So here we are. And it's this movie, folks. And I figured I'd do this, of course. For one, as I mentioned, I want to talk about old movies, and second, this is a part of the Range Buster series, which I've spoken about multiple times. Oh boy. So yes, I've spoken about this kind of stuff multiple times already, so I just figured, well, talking about another one of these movies isn't going to really hurt anybody, I reckon, so here we are. But anyway, as usual, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So, here we go. Oh yeah. So anyway, in this film, we can see that there is this individual. He's this notorious stagecoach robber, and he has been pretty much reappeared after serving 7 years in prison. So yes, of course, this just feels trouble when you think about it. So the Rage Busters are sent to investigate what's going on here, what's happening, and why. They found out that the bad guy is an imposter since the original individual is an honest citizen. So yeah, there's like an identity thief kind of a thing going on here. So yes, I was this must be dealt with. A trap must be set as a way to take care of the individual who has been up to no good. So yes, obviously this individual, this bad person, has been up to quite a bit of bad stuff. And yes, obviously he can't be going around doing this kind of a thing because that's terrible. Anyway, but yes, the Range Busters must figure out, and that's the thing though, because they are the good guys. They are the trio of amigos, of friends. They have to do this kind of a thing because it's the right thing to do. They must realize that they must make sure that the town is kept safe. Quite obviously, considering the fact that the villain out there, he's up to no good. Of course, the villain, he wants to do his thing because he's up to his despicable ways, and he will not stop. Of course, he just wants to continue considering the fact that he just wants to do his evil deeds, and it's up to the Range Busters to stop the villain of the story because they know what they have to do. They do realize that it's their duty. It's what they must. It's a must do because it's the right thing to do, considering the fact that they want to keep the town folks safe, even though they may not get any rewards. They know that they're risking their lives here, but it's something that has to be done since it's not about the money, it's not about the rewards. I mean, of course, people should be grateful for what they did, of course, but moreover, it's just the kind thing to do. It's the right thing to do. The bad people doing the bad things. The villain of the story must be stopped because, yeah, he's doing his evil deeds. He's not. He doesn't want to be in jail. Of course, he does not want to be in jail whatsoever. He just wants to be out and just continue his evil deeds, so to speak. And yeah, of course, the Rage Busters are on his tail, and he doesn't like that. Quite obviously, they are the people who are supposed to be the heroes of the story here. Oh, definitely. I will be the one to admit that they don't make these like they used to. Oh boy, I know that makes me sound like an old bastard, but there you go, I guess. Anywho, so yes, there is a certain charm to these kinds of movies, and that's partly why I keep coming back to these to review them. Like I mentioned before, folks, I did review quite a few of the Rage Buster movies. I mean, there are still some of the Rage Buster movies I have to get through, but I did review quite a few of these already, just so you know. Anyway, so this is definitely something I want to talk about, considering the fact that I like to talk about old movies to begin with. So yes, I would have sooner or later talked about low budget features at some point. I would have done that anyway. Especially considering the fact I like talking about old stuff. So there's that. Oh yeah. Anyway, okay, let's just wrap things up here, I suppose. I did like the story here. The story was pretty straightforward, and yes, of course, the thing is that it's under an hour. It's these types of movies that tend to be like roughly an hour, so they pretty much get to the point, which in itself doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It just depends on how it's done, really. It just depends on how to deliver the story here, quite obviously. So there's that. Anyway, I just thought I'd just cover this again because this genre. I mean, because I do like to talk about these old movies. I really do. Anyway, as for the acting is decent. The acting here is serviceable, I suppose. It's serviceable, I reckon. Oh, definitely. I didn't mind what they were trying to do here. I didn't mind what they were trying to aim for when it comes to the types of characters that they wanted to display here. The acting, you can tell they were trying to just work with the material they were given here. So yes, it's not too shabby, I guess, in that regard. It does, but you have to keep in mind the production values aren't exactly super high, so I don't expect anything here to be too fancy or anything. So there's that. Of course, you want to see some shooting. You want to see some horseback riding. The up in the desert somewhere in this town. The stuff that you'd be typically expecting from this genre. Oh yeah. So there's that. Anyway, I don't mind talking about these types of movies because there's a fan base when it comes to western. Definitely, I can say that for sure. Anyway, I thought, why not? Let's do this again. So talk about some old movies where we speak about the characters, the actors, the actresses, the wardrobes. The wardrobe in this movie are actually quite nice. I like the wardrobes here because you can tell that they were trying to obviously aim for a specific time period when it comes to this kind of thing. So that's fine, I suppose. So that was that, I reckon. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'll give this film an overall rating of a 7.0. I think it's a 7.0 for me. So, of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh, yeah, later.